6 biggest fears that women have about decision making right after a breakup or a divorce. So one of the hardest transitions is going from being a couple to being a single person, having to decide everything for herself. And it's not just about making decisions all alone, but making them while all your life is literally coming apart. And when you're grieving your old life and you're already overwhelmed. And the biggest fear is probably the fear of making a mistake that is gonna ruin your life or ruin your kid's life. This is usually about the big decisions, and here's the irony. When you are breaking up or separating from a marriage, this is exactly when the big decisions come in huge waves, and you are not equipped to making decisions because your life is changing. Decisions like, should I move to a different city? Should the kids move to a different school? Should I buy or stay in the house that I'm at? Should I take a different job? Should I shift my career? Suddenly, all these decisions feel like life or death decisions. The second fear is about making all the decisions, the daily life, the small decisions, everything by yourself all of a sudden. And you're stuck in this panic. And then even small decisions like what to do over the weekend feels like overwhelm and you're left stuck. You used to have someone to make these decisions with, and all of a sudden you have to make them on your own, and there's no buffer. Some women spiral over every single decision. Some women freeze and just don't do anything, avoid decisions in all types. And then some women go to friends and family for making all their small decisions. All of these reactions are valid. We can't force confidence, but what we can do is learn a new way, an intentional way to make decisions that are aligned with where we are right now. Another fear is, how do I trust myself again after for a long time I was looking for other people to make decisions for me, if it's parents, family, spouse. You have to understand that decision making is a skill. We're not born with knowing how to make big decisions, but once we learn that skill, we gain agency over our own lives. When we learn to decide for ourselves, we learn to trust ourselves, trust our judgment, value our own opinions, and listen to our inner voice again. So the next fear is, how do I trust myself again? Trust is built by follow-throughs over time, and you can learn to do that with yourself. Another major fear that women have around decision making is how to stop spiraling and make a decision. Sometimes we're stuck in overthinking, overanalyzing, making endless pros and cons lists, asking for everybody's opinions. This is caused by looking for certainty in a place that there is none. And number 6 is, what is a step-by-step framework or a system to make decisions that aren't so obvious? I'm going to share my own process, which is pretty simple and value-based, in the next video, so stay tuned. It creates a movement forward without perfection and helps you rebuild trust in yourself. But whatever structure or process that you use to make decisions, know that with every decision, your trust in yourself grows. Even if it's imperfect, you're reclaiming your power in your own life. You are gonna make mistakes. Mistakes are gonna happen. Some of them will cost you or hurt a lot, but you can learn from each one of these mistakes. And once you learn the skill of decision making, you're not going to be able to give that agency away in your life. If you're new here, my name is Mashav, and I help women rebuild their lives after separation and divorce so that every day they wake up to a life that they really love. And if you want to hear more about decision making after a breakup, I recorded a whole podcast episode about the topic, and you can find it on my profile.